Hello everybody and welcome to Essentials Plays Civilization 5 with Community Balance Patch mod. We have almost surpassed Indonesia with population, and the rest of it, I think it is all good and well. Our military is quite strong. We have just kicked Shaka out of the game, and we have vassalized the Mayas. In numbers it might look a little bit less impressive, but that's just on paper. In reality, we can kick anybody's ass right now. Luckily for us, a lot of people are following our ideology, and therefore they don't want to fight us so much anymore. A person who is not really completely on the sway of our ideology is Japan, so there might be some war brewing with them in the near future, but they are also at war with Ethiopia and Indonesia, so I think they are busy enough. Spain got a strategic monopoly on uranium because they got really lucky with a couple of uranium sites over there. And maybe over here as well. No, I don't see anyone over here. So that means there is not that much uranium on the map in total. We do have a tourism output of about 700 per turn, which is quite good. But we need a lot more to become influential with Ethiopia. All in good time. First, the caravanserai has been built in our capital, and I am quite happy with that. Now, what are we going to build? So many things that we need, so many things that we want. A musician's guild is probably really good though. It's our biggest city, it has probably the most people who could actually do something in that musician guild. And over here, just start with a granary. Get some basics going, I guess. And we still want to improve some production in most of our cities. We do have 4 coal available. That means we can build 4 more factories. I'm not sure where we want to build them though. Somewhere, probably. Over here, you have some crime problems, so go build a castle. And our happiness problems, I think our happiness problems are pretty much done. I don't want to sell you that cheaply. Japan made peace with Ethiopia. I'm not sure how good that is for us, because Japan is quite powerful, I think. Military, yeah, of course. I mean powerful. For the rest, they're nothing. We do have like 30 aluminum or aluminium, depending on where you're from, and that is a lot. We got a great scientist. So let's see, where do we get technology to build spaceship factories? Here. Because they are going to be quite useful for us, since our secondary win condition is probably building the spaceship victory building. Great scientists, we're gonna bulb them. We got too much out of it. More academy power, more landmark power, and reveals the entire map. I think we pretty much saw the entire map already, so that doesn't do that much for us. Since we're in war with nobody anymore, I'm gonna get a ship with the highest speed, which is a destroyer. Or what speed does a workboat have? No, it's only 4. Which is a destroyer, and I'm gonna visit everybody, every city-state that I haven't met. Assuming they exist actually, because we got a map revealed, but did we meet everybody? I think we did actually. Okay, so that's good. So we don't need to do that, because sometimes it happens to me that I meet everybody. I know that I know the location of everybody, but don't really actually met them. And that's quite annoying. But this is fine then. And after the hospital, we can go for a medical lab. Yeah. This growth is not that great, so it's probably not that great for us either. Let's go with a harbor first though. I would like to finish a harbor at least somewhere. Yeah, you can go with a harbor. And over here, after the opera house, You need a little bit more defense. You can go get a police station. You have finished your granary. That's really good. I love it. I don't think a lighthouse is actually making much sense for you, so a shrine will be your first project. And you can go for a granary as well. Over here, probably the temple first. Pumping up our fate. And a great engineer will be done next turn. Now, what are we going to do with that great engineer? Are there really buildings that we need? I don't want to sell my oil. I don't have that much of it. I only have 10 extra pieces of oil. If you want to build some planes, then it's gonna go really fast. And a great diplomat was also born. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. Where are we going to put you though? Think towards Hong Kong. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Sorry, great engineer. You needed to be somewhere else. Melbourne declared war on Hong Kong. That means I'm still at war with Melbourne. Get this all away. Because I should be at peace with everybody, right? Yeah, right. So that's fine. Now, as for Seoul, we do have a great engineer available. And if we build Bletchley Park, we will get a free research lab, 2 additional spies, level up your existing spies, and provide 50% reduction to spy efficiency. But I don't think we need it. There's so many other things that we do need more. We can build a nuclear plant here even. I think that's actually quite good for us. Start with the nuclear plant. And here get the Shui 1 going. A forge over here would probably be best. And with the granary finished, go finish a temple. We are going to start our golden age soon as well. And a next policy is also really close. We're sorry. It's about this city-state for some reason. We are really sorry about this city-state for some reason. Not sure why we are gaining influence with those city-states. I don't think I did anything with those city-states. Melbourne seeks a great admiral. We can get a great admiral and get some luxury resources by sending him on a voyage of discovery. Then Melbourne would like it. I think I would like it as well. So, great admiral. It's really cheap. We can get one, enough fate for that one in 3 turns. We have some spare. Right, you can build a minefield, which is really cool. Enemy naval units and embarked units must spend 1 extra movement per tile if they move into a tile worked by the city. There are not that many tiles worked by the city, but it's kind of fun. Like, every tile that's worked by the city is now being mined, and if enemy units want to move through it, they run the risk of actually being destroyed. Well, not really, because they just move slower, but that's kind of the idea. It's pretty cool, I think. Let's go with an amphitheater over here. And a temple. And the temple being done, we are going with a caravansary for food and gold. And next turn we will get a policy, and we can go deeper down into the piety policy tree. And I think the next one will be quite beneficial already. We want to have monasteries. And we want one with extra stuff from great works of art. There are like 3 of them that are really good for us still. This is science and production for markets. That's okay. All specialists plus 1 fate and a great artist appears. That's really good. And this is iconography. And after that, monasticism for monasteries, and that's gonna be real good as well. But since we got a great artist over here right now, let's pop him. Let's do that first. We're not gonna advance any more eras anymore, I believe. No, we are in the information era, that's the latest era. We're gonna go to my culture and optimize everything. Yeah, and there is only one industrial era thing over there. We might as well pop out as many great artists as we can, since that is the highest chance that we will actually finish the Sistine Chapel. Right, that's the one we want. Vasco da Gama, you're gonna go on a voyage of discovery. What you gonna bring back for us? You brought back cotton. Thank you, Vasco. Prora, there's nothing we can do about that since that's from a different ideology. Culture, optimize, and we are at 700 culture, tourism per turn. Information, industrial, right. Japan has revolutionary waves because order is by far the best thing for them. Well, they just have a lot of war exhaustion. Yeah, war weariness it's called over here. We are influential with Japan, so that's at least good. Yeah, and it's gonna take a while before we actually can do something about Ethiopia. Hopefully next turn when we have the internet, our culture will grow significantly, like the tech did say to us that it would grow significantly. But I'm not sure how big the growth actually will be, because I don't really play around with tourism in this stage of the game in this mod. I know, I think in vanilla it doubles, but I don't know what it does over here, and I must say I'm quite curious to find out. So let's find out, shall we? 700 this turn, next turn it's gonna be what? We don't want to sell our coal, we need it for factories and such. And our nuclear plant is almost done. This is like the high-tech area. Their culture got completely swayed by us. The high-tech area with nuclear plants and stuff like that. Well, here they are building grocers and caravansary and banks. So with the internet, I think our culture, well, it didn't really double, but it did make a big jump. About 542. It can also be of things shuffling around a bit and such. Let's see what happens here, and when I press the optimize button, it goes a little bit up. So it's not completely doubling, but it is quite close. We can designate some delegates. Cold War. Make only trade routes with civilization that follow the same ideology or with allied city-states. Influence levels with allied city-states do not decline. I'm gonna vote no to that. Mainly for the influence doesn't decline anymore. I really dislike that. Let's start building the Apollo program, and of course it has to be in our best city, Seoul. Some basic buildings being built over here. An armory is going to reduce the crime. And the library. Forge has been built, so let's go with a workshop. Hospital has been built. Crime and poverty. Let's finish the police station quickly. Then you should probably not have any more problems with crime. Ooh, the Sydney Opera House. Yes, I would actually like that a lot. It gives a lot more culture and more possibilities for actually finishing it with a tourism victory. Because I think our culture output is getting transferred into tourism as well. And I do find it strange that, yeah, I kind of understand it. Cities are working different tiles. That means our culture output goes up and down, which means our tourism output goes up and down as well. A spy has been promoted. Good. I wonder why. I don't know. Decolonization of Austria passes, decolonization of Spain passes, and Cold War fails because I voted no, but nobody voted yes either, so it's kind of like wasted votes almost, I would say. Not completely, but almost. Let's finish the printing press over there, because I don't think I will build it anywhere else, and the windmill over here is actually fine. With your bank being finished and we're having so much money at the moment, you still have some problems with crime, therefore police station. I kind of want to rush it over there because, well, you're a good city and you deserve it quickly. Seoul will have in one turn maybe it if I can get some nutmeg. I believe it's nutmeg at least? No, cloves. What do you want for this? Pearls and cotton. No problem. Doesn't register this turn. That's a shame. Kinda hoped it would register that we got cloves, get We Love the King Day, which means we also get 10% extra production. Thank you for the information. I don't think Maria Theresa will be any threat towards us, but anyway, thank you. There are some paratroopers going around. Because apparently they are at war with each other. Interesting. Most industrious people. We are quite a bit behind, and the Mayas are actually up in first place, even though they only have one city? Yeah, they only have one city. That's interesting. Seoul loves the king, that's good. What else do we need to get more We Love the King days? Gold, pepper, spice and coral. Let's see if we can get as much of it as we want. Pepper, I remember, was on their list. For gems and marble. How about we remove marble from it first? Fine, give me the money as well then. Wonderful. That's one down. And you have gold. Maybe you would be willing to trade that. We're not open to your offer. Fine. How about we get some copper from you? I believe copper was one as well, right? Yeah, I see at least one city who is willing to want some copper. What do you want for this? Gems? And some paper and open borders. Fine. Anything else? Gold and crabs. Well, we're not getting any crabs from you, I believe. So that's it for now, I guess. With the armory finished over here, how are you crime doing? Not that great. Constabulary will be your answer, hopefully. A granary over here will also make a lot of sense. Make some more food for the city. And the Grange Engineer is back where he belongs. Next turn. We're probably going to build the Sydney Opera House in Seoul. It is a coastal city. It is probably our city with the highest culture output and highest tourism output in the world. Therefore, I think it's going to be the best city for the Sydney Opera House as well. Recycling centers are not really necessary for us since we just have 30 aluminium standing around already. But the fact that we have completed the Apollo program is a good start towards us getting our spaceship up and running. Because it might become quite impossible for us to finish the game in a touristic way. We have a lot of grassland tiles. Why not build a wind park? And over here, the grocer is done. Let's go with a Shui one. Which is interesting that the research lab doesn't require you to have a university. You finished the library, but you already have CO1. and a public school. Right, maybe that's it, because we have public schools everywhere. Yeah, you need to have a public school. We have the policy for free public schools in all the city. That's why you don't need a library to get a research lab. Right, that makes sense. Let's go build a granary and go the next turn. Yeah, we kind of shouldn't have voted for it then, but that's fine. Oda Nobunaga steal some of my land? Probably over here. Brussels is about to fall? With whom are you at war, Brussels? Ragusa, Kuala Lumpur and Zanzibar. Weird. Gonna pop this great artist. Let's see if we can, according to him, get some more culture by teaming up. Yes, we finally have teamed up the Sistine Chapel. The Chapel of Atomic Era Korean Art. Good. And there are still a lot of buildings who can use some teaming bonuses. But at least we got some going already. A couple of great musicians would actually help a lot as well. Let's see how many great musicians we can buy. Great musician, at least one, probably not a second one. No. Get a great writer, but I don't think that's really useful. Unfortunately, we can't send the great musicians to Ethiopian lands because they don't want to sign an open border agreement with us. Somebody promoted again. Yeah, oh yeah, and the land that was stolen. This piece of land. It's not that much, but still kinda annoying. I assume it was this citadel, which means he still... No, it can't be, because then he would steal more. I'm not sure how he stole it then. Ah well, it doesn't really matter anyway. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode we will start building our Sydney Opera House and do more of that cultural shenanigans. And in the meantime we still are far away from actually 89 turns and still going up. Yeah, we're doing better. We're doing a lot better than I anticipated. So there is a chance. But it's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.